What is up, you guys? This is the Fallout What If here, and today I'm going to be doing What If Deku Was the Reincarnation of Naruto? Part 6. So, what happened, well, in the last part, well, let me just say, Naruto got mad. He turned into, not the QB, sheesh. The 4 or 5 tails. I don't know if it was 6 or 7. I forgot. I think I put the one with the bones. But yeah, anyway. Naruto did that, and yeah, that's pretty much it right there. So, let's see. I think they was calling Naruto. Deku and Bakugo. No, not. Hold on. Let me see again. Shish. Okay. Him and Todoroki were talking, and yeah, pretty much, hold on. Yeah, so anyway, Deku was held by freaking Todoroki. They calmed him down, and I believe that her arms got seared, or she got some marks on her arms due to the intense heat of the freaking 7 tails, or not the 7 tails, I think 6 tails, where there's bone. I believe so. But anyway, yeah. Naruto and Deku, how do I say it? Become, or not Naruto and Deku. Deku and Todoroki are talking, and Momo and Jiro are thinking to themselves, like, yeah, this is kind of a thing right now in their heads. Just, they were tearing up due to the fact that freaking Unknown was about to kill him, but they also feel bad for the fact that Naruto had to, or sheesh, now I'm saying Naruto. After all these freaking weeks saying Deku, now it's not, never mind. Not Deku. Deku, was, in the very end, had like a bit of broken limbs due to the fact that, or his skin was like, in a lot of, he was in a lot of pain. Let's just say that. Pretty much it right there. Now, let's see. Deku and, well, in the very end, Deku and her do go to the hospital. Or, yeah. And Deku just, freaking lies there with freaking Kurama on top of him. Or freaking mini Kurama on top of him. And not only that, freaking Todoroki is telling freaking Kurama, is he going to be alright? Kurama just says, yes, he is going to be alright. It's just, something that his quirk did. It kind of messed up and it turned haywire due to the fact that I was gone or out of him. I don't really know. Him just lying, saying that in the very end, he's okay. He's just going to be in a lot of pain. It's gonna probably take a week. Don't worry about it. Todoroki kind of tearing up. She thought probably she could do much more or try to help him, like if she was much more stronger. That's her thing. Now, freaking Momo and Jiro do visit him, and Todoroki sees the two, and it's kind of a weird thing right now. Them just talking about how Deku saved the two of them. Not only that, he's in a lot of, or him getting injured. Hold on, let me see. Anyway, so they talk for a bit about how Deku saved them, or got in the way of the Nomu. Todoroki saying, yeah, he is pretty much amazing, but he really did have to go, what's it called? He really needed to have somebody help him. And they were talking about Momo's injuries, and she says, it's pretty much okay. I can, how do I say it? I'm resistant to fire, or heat, and cold, so it didn't actually hurt me too bad. And I actually wanted to give her some of the, like, features of Dabi, and, oh, sheesh, something like this, right there we go, hold on. Well, I can't find anything, so, here's the thing. Shoto has freaking a bit of Dabi, or she kind of has, like, scars that resemble Dabi's, but it's not all over her body. It's mostly just some on her neck, a little bit on her arms, but she's not gonna get the pierce or something that to hold them together. It's just more like her freaking having just some of the color purple on it, pretty much. It's not peeled off or anything like that. But anyway, she talks to the two, and yeah, pretty much they don't know what to do, but Todoroki and Jiro have a kind of like similar idea. And this is when a week has gone by, and freaking Deku's now waking up. Kuruma couldn't go inside of him because right now he has to be, well, they had to, the girls themselves, they had to freaking help freaking Kuruma, or get him into a costume. And, well, over the week, Deku has been, how do I say this? He's been in his mindscape, wondering if any of the girls are okay, if the whole class is okay, if they won. He is kind of scared right now. It's eating him up. He has this feeling of like, what's it called? Say you guys try to do something on your test, trying to get 100, but the teacher's looking at it, looking a little concerned, or something like that. That's the feeling right now. You just feel like you feel tensed and nervous. But this is when Hagoromo comes in. And Deku seeing this, I don't remember if I actually said Deku talked to freaking Hagoromo, but I think not. And he just says, who are you, old man? Freaking Hagoromo saying, yeah, you're just like the yellow-haired brat. But no matter. So, you changed. Instead of looking like cheese, you look like lettuce. Deku saying, what are you talking about now? And this is when he just reveals a lot of his memories. Him just going, growing kind of weary, and saying, what the heck? Why'd you do that? And this is when Hagoromo says, okay, child, here's the thing. You have, a lot of potential in yourself to become stronger than your previous counterparts. And I believe it's time to let you out on a little secret. And this is when Deku is like, okay, so, you need to actually tell me who you are. Just giving me a bunch of memories won't automatically make me believe you. Hagoromo says, oh, jeez. Alright, calm down. He's still a child. Look, young man. It has been actually a long time since we actually talked to each other. But, I guess since you can't remember me, I'll just tell you. My name is Hagoromo Otsutsuki. Otsutsuki, anyway. And you are, well, I guess in a way, yeah, you are still my child. But you're not physically right now. Spiritually, yes. You have my first son's, well, my actual son's soul inside of you. And over the years, I have seen all the things you have done. All the things you've become. And I understand how you feel right now. Or I understand how the other one would have felt right now. Him saying, what are you talking about? And this is when Hagoromo says, come here, child. Him just going in front of him and feeling the freaking Hagoromo staff hit him in the freaking head, or square in the middle side of his head, giving all the memories that he's giving him all the memories that he has during the freaking USJ attack. Because he just gave him the old memories of freaking Naruto, Hashirama, and Asura. So, he just says, what the heck is all this? What the heck is all this? Hagoromo saying, that is your other form. It's your hatred form. Something that you, or Naruto, has concocted. Him saying, what do you mean? You might have already noticed this, but but Kurama probably already told you about him not actually being your something called a quirk. Him just being a tail beast, and he goes all into detail about how the tail beasts are made. And he also says about your freaking how do I say it? Your hatred state. While other Jinchurikis, as he already explained to Deku is like, so you're telling me this is my hatred? Hagoromo's saying, no, it's not your hatred per se, but your hatred does, when you become much more angrier and your hatred goes out of whack, you basically become feral. And I guess using these that transformation that you had pretty much, how do I say this, confirms everything. He just says, yeah, so anyway, you need to learn how to control your anger, or how do I say it? Well, you technically didn't use anger. It was more of a life and death situation, but in any other way, or in any case, or in any other case, or whatever. He says, look, I must tell you something. You remember your brother, Indra? And Deku saying, I do see him in my memories. Well, the memories you gave me right now is kind of weird. And this is when freaking Hagoromo says, well, here's the thing. I thought just sending you to Earth would probably be beneficial. Could make you pretty happy. Give you a happy life. But then I thought, why not just have my son, my other son as well? And Deku says, well, wait a minute. Didn't your son, or didn't my, technically brother, him doing his mumbling thing, and Hagoromo saying all the words like, is this a kind of jutsu or genjutsu I am under? And Deku says, no, It's my superpower that the creators gave me. And he's kind of breaking through the fourth wall, but anyway. Deku says, wasn't he the one who tried to kill me again and again and literally again? But Hagoromo says, you're not looking quite well. See through your memories and actually tell me, what do you see? And this is when Deku does that, and he sees Sasuke. And he sees a bit of his life, and he remembers Sasuke in some of the memories he does have now, given by Hagoromo. And he says, ooh, he was a jerk back then. Reminds me of Bakugo, but this one is stronger than him. And this is when Hagoromo says, you kids never will learn how to truly get along with each other. But technically you did. Look, I thought might as well give the other son an actual chance of happiness. I didn't tell him what he was or who he was, but I did give him I did let him have the Sharingan and Rinnegan, or the Rinne Sharingan. And this is when Deku says, "This is a bit concerning. What do you mean? You let him have that?" Hagoromo says, "Well, when Sasuke Uchiha died, I technically took his eyes and held on to him for quite a long time. And I decided, hey, why not let my other son at least have happiness too? This was probably after I sent you on to freaking this planet, or I let you live or whatever." And this is when Naruto says, not Naruto, Deku just says, "Okay, so you're telling me that my brother, who technically wanted to kill me 3 times, and who actually lived in peace, or how do I say it? Are you telling me my brother, the one who tried to kill me, and in the very end, at least came to terms with me, is back on Earth?" And this is when freaking Hagoromo says, "Yes, well, technically he's still your brother, and he's still my son, and I still want the best for both of you." Deku says, jeez. Well, I should have known. Hagoromo says, "Come here." Deku says, okay. And this is when Hagoromo lands on the ground, or stops his meditation state, or whatever he does. He stops floating, and he just gives Deku a hug. Deku, feeling happy and sad the fact that his father or somebody is hugging him. It feels nice. And due to freaking Hagoromo's calming nature, yeah, he's pretty much happy right now. But Hagoromo says, here's the thing. You did save the kids in the very end. I'll tell you that. And where's the QB right now? I wonder. And Deku says, oh, he didn't get inside me after I died, or after my accident, so he's probably just either sitting next by me, or just wandering around wherever he's at. Or he's probably still fighting, I really don't know. Because, hold on, he doesn't say that. Since, yeah, he did see his memories, he's in the hospital. Yeah, so he's probably thinking, probably he's talking to Todoroki, or probably talking to the other 2 girls, or probably just sitting next by me. Hagoromo says, okay, well, you should, let's see, go back and reach your, how do I say it? You should just go back into the real world and await your prize. And Deku says, "Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Who's the reincarnation of Indra? Well, the new reincarnation of Indra." Hagoromo says, "You'll know when you see him. And he'll probably know you if he sees you. I don't really know. You know, Indra was always particular, or how do I say it? You know, Indra was always good with stuff like this." Deku's saying, wait a minute, so, wait, how do I control my powers, though? I'm not, fully, I'm not really strong, and I still do need your help. I want to become stronger. And this is when Hagoromo says, well, I guess I should just lend you one more hand. I'll probably see you on your 18th birthday. And, freaking Hagoromo says, let's see, what should I let you train you with? Well, yeah, I have an idea. No, Deku saying what? And this is when Hagoromo says, has the QB made any friends besides that the young lady? Deku says no, but he sometimes thinks about what's called the other tailed beast, or how do I say it? He thinks about the other tailed beast, and this is when Hagoromo. Wait, did I say that QB talked to him about his freaking? Oh, geez, something's messed up. I think I messed up here. Okay, so here's the thing. Kuruma's already talked to freaking Deku when he was little about what he truly is, and him to just keep his mouth shut and not tell anybody he's a quirk, or to tell people he's just a quirk and not anything else. Naruto, Deku saying, okay, and he says, freaking, there's probably more people like, wait a freaking minute. Hold on here. Okay, I'm back. So, I remembered giving, Kirishima, Son Goku, and All Might has the 8 tails. I forgot who else had something, but in the very end, that won't matter if they have the 8 tails and the 7 tails, or 8 tails and 4 tails aren't technically there. No, freaking Hagoromo says, well, in the very end, there's still, what's it called, Kuruma's still lonely, and I thought, hey, might as well have more friends around. Deku saying, what are you talking about? This is when Hagoromo says, I can't actually give you the 8 or freaking 4 tails due to the fact that, yeah, that person that you call All Might and the person in your class known as Ijiro Kirishima, right? Deku says, yeah. Well, I decided to let you use their chakra. I always have something like that around. Let me check my cape. I don't know what to say. I'm just thinking like cape. That's it right there. And Hagoromo says, well, the moment you leave, I'll leave some presents around. And even though I can't give you the other freaking, how you say it, the other presents, he's just saying presents right now because Deku is still his child and he still cares about Deku or his son Asura. So he says, yeah, this is time for you to wake up. And he hits the floor and Deku is now back in the real world. And this is when freaking, how do I say it? He sees freaking Kurama with a doctor's outfit, or at least like a mini Kurama with a little freaking doctor jacket, or whatever you call it, and a stethoscope, and that weird freaking little head, that little thing around the head that has like that weird metal plate right there. So anyway, Deku says, Kurama, what are you doing here? Or what are you doing wearing that? This is when freaking Momo told her parents, can they pay the doctors not to like come in for a while, or at least actually do actual checkups at times. Freaking what's her freaking her father says yes. You know, his father pulled some strings for Momo, and yeah, they're inside the house, or they're inside the freaking how do I say it? They're inside the hospital still, and they're wearing nurses' outfits. You know where I'm getting at. So it's basically like this. Momo is pretty much okay with this because she actually enjoys dressing up. And if you guys probably think that's kind of crappy, well, think about this. Her outfit kind of exposes a lot of her. And yeah, it probably will kind of like make Jiro and Momo nervous, or Todoroki nervous. Mostly Todoroki, or no, not Todoroki. Mostly Jiro, due to the fact that it's how do I say it? It's kind of a thing with them. Or how do I say it? Todoroki is kind of like nervous, but she likes it, or making Deku feel trying to help out Deku, make him happy. And Jiro's kind of like embarrassed, or she's really embarrassed. She's turning red, but she's like, "This is for Deku. This is for Deku. This is for Deku." Just like hyping herself up. Just come on, do it. Get yourself in the game here. Jeez, why do I have to wear this? But in the very end, Momo and all three of them are taking care of Deku, just holding him and just, you know, making him feel special. But Deku is there, freaking, how you say it, embarrassed, kind of turning beet red, and he's really happy right now. But anyway, this is when freaking what's his face? Kurama says, yeah, all of the three of them decided to, well, it's mostly Momo and Todoroki. They decided to give you or do this for you, due to the fact that all three of them kind of like you, or, well, technically, how do I say it? Technically, freaking, what's the thing? They all like you, but since they can't, since all of you guys are like, I really don't know what to say, actually. I think it's mostly due to the fact that Kurama just wanted to say that all three of them like you, but they didn't know what to do, so they thought, hey, might as well just do this and make you feel happy, and hope that, what's it called? That you can choose at least one of them. And this is when Deku's like, okay. So, yeah, he's pretty much enjoying the moment. They just sat to relax. And they take his temperature, you know, do all that weird nurse and doctor stuff. This is when freaking Kurama was like, I have an idea. Hey Momo, can you make me a chainsaw? Momo's saying, okay. I don't really know why. But this is when he's like, alright, nurse, pass me the chainsaw. And all of them are like, wait a minute, what is he gonna do? Freaking Deku's like, wait, what are you doing? Freaking Kurama's like, this will only hurt a bit. This will hurt only a little bit. And yeah, in the very end, Kurama was just playing around with him, and all of them have a laugh. They freaking talk to Deku and say, how does she feel, or how does he feel for any of them? Does he feel anything for them? Deku's like, this is kind of all, this is all too sudden. He doesn't know what to do right now. So basically, freaking Todoroki is the main girl for him, but he will give love to freaking, how do I say it, Momo and Jiro. And since technically Froppy is the side chick, yeah, he's pretty much contempt right now, but he's kind of in a weird place, or he doesn't know what to do. And what's called, this was like 2 days before, like, let's say it was Monday, let's just say it was a Monday, or, how do I say it, yeah, let's say it was Monday, Tuesday, Momo and Jiro come, Wednesday, or no, yeah, Wednesday they make the decision to do what they have to do, and talk to freaking Todoroki. And the rest of the days they plan out on what they plan on they planned out the other stuff. So yeah, they confirmed they have a love thing. They kind of love him due to the fact that he was the knight in green hair. And yeah, pretty much that's it. So what happens is Deku is also thinking, what did Hagoromo give him? And this is also when he's thinking, who is Indra now? And he says, what's it called? He did tell me that I will know him right off the bat, but I don't know who. And no, it's not going to be Bakugo. I thought about it, I was like, nah, because it's already kind of too late. But there is a person who I have in mind. Somebody who would hate freaking some of the people for what they have and for what he doesn't have. Not only that, he's more of the silent type person, but he's going to be changed. He's going to have a little bit changes on him. Now, Deku was like, okay, so what does he do? Oh, wait a minute. And he just says, multi-shadow clone jutsu. And there's 3 Dekus now, and they're like, it's like, how do I say it? There's 3 of them. I have to at least divide and conquer. So now they're talking to one another, and they kind of the clones kind of messed up because the real Deku was talking to Jiro, and the other 2 were talking to Momo and Todoroki. Don't tell me why, I just automatically made it like, I just automatically played Russian roulette, and the real Deku got freaking talked to Jiro, and she was like, will you go on a date with me? Deku was like, yeah, sure. And while that was happening, the other 2 were freaking planning dates. After that, the day ended. Or how to say it? No, they were still there, but an hour later they had to go due to visiting hours. And this is when Deku was like, oh, okay, well, that's pretty much okay. And yeah, the 2 of them leave. Or Todoroki is still hurt, or she's declared freaking she still is in the hospital, but yeah. So anyway, Todoroki says, so when are we going on that date? And this is when Deku was like, wait a minute, what do you mean date? I made a date with Jiro. And Todoroki said, well, you also made your clone made a date with me. And this is when he's like, wait a minute, what did you two? Oh, jeez. And he somethings, or he takes away the he turns off the, how do I say it? He desummons them, or desummons them. He does something, the jutsu, he undoes the jutsu, freaking the other two Dekus are gone, and he has a memory of everything. So a certain day, what's called on a Friday, it's Jiro, Todoroki, and after that Momo. So Deku's all like, "What the heck? You two clones are freaking how you say it? The two clones." He's like thinking, my clones. Why would they do that?" And this is when Kakashi. I'm sorry, I know what you guys are saying. What do you mean, Kakashi? Well, Kakashi's up in heaven, and he's looking at Deku, and he's like, "See how I felt?" Because if you guys don't remember, in Naruto Shippuden, it was a paper rock scissors match. Kakashi lost, and he owed Naruto some ramen. And now it's time for freaking Deku to owe some dates. He doesn't know what to do. But he's thinking he'll do it. He'll just somewhat wing it or do something. The other 2 weeks have passed. They're in class, and the whole thing with freaking class 1B, or some of them going up to freaking Deku's class. Monoma is being an idiot, but how do I say it? This is when freaking how do I say it? What's his face? The Seven Tails. No, not the Seven Tails. What's her freaking face? Oh yeah, the Two Tails just runs on top of Monoma and decides to scratch his face. Now, wait a minute, Fallout. What do you mean, the Two Tails? Well, besides the Four Tails and the Eight Tails, Hagoromo decided just to give him the other tail beast, to let Kurama have some friends. And what's more better of a friend than the tailed beast? Naruto was like, "Oh great, now I have to like watch out. I gotta watch over all of you guys." And they are in their miniature forms, and Deku was like, "But they're so cute," and they're like pets. And he carries the freaking Two Tails, and he says, well, he just rubs his belly. Now, give me a second. Anyway, I couldn't find out what would happen if you could touch the Two Tails, but let's just say none of them can actually, well, besides I forgot the sludge tails, or how do I say it? I really do forget these kinds of things. Okay, so I just got this right now. So the Six Tails, yeah, the Six Tails is still like freaking like sticky, and it's still pretty much freaking sludge when you touch her, or him, or her. I'm forgetting right now, but anyway. So yeah, all besides Gyuki and Son Goku, they're the only ones that are missing, but the rest are Naruto, and they pretty much play around within their freaking beast state, or their midget forms. So they just run around and act like they act like house pets. Besides the freaking Komi, let's just say besides turning it back into an egg, he just turns into his he just becomes smaller. All of them are smaller, but how do I say it? I forgot in the anime, freaking Komi, or when Hagoromo was talking to them, he didn't actually look like this. He actually looked like an egg, or something close to it. I don't remember. But anyway, Matabi, Hakuna Matata. Anyway, yeah. Matatabi scratched freaking, what's his face? I forgot that person's name already. The one who acts like a jerk. Pretty much it right there. So yeah, Monoma comes, Class 2B, or some of the other students are there. And yeah, Monoma just runs away due to the fact that Matatabi, I don't know if I'm saying that right. But yeah, Matatabi scratched him, and he's just running away. And this is when Shinso came, or Shiso. Oh, sheesh. Hold on here, people. Shinso. Okay, I think I screwed up here. I don't remember if I said Shinzo or Shusuo. Or okay, so this is when a certain person in Class 1C decides to come and talk to freaking Deku. And since I thought, somebody who hates other people, or probably hates other people, not only that, freaking looks like he's always depressed. Not only that, somebody who pretty much can mind control people, or probably a, how do I say it? Genjutsu somebody. Okay, let me just be clear. Freaking Shuso, freaking, I don't like his name at all. This dude right here, it doesn't even give, Shinso. I don't know if I actually put him in Class 1A, but let's say no. I don't know why, I'm just going to put him there. He's going to be freaking, what's it called? He's going to be... No. Screw that. No. Okay, I think I found out who could probably be freaking Indra or the Reincarnation. I thought probably Dobby. Alright, I thought Dobby, and yeah, pretty much him. Due to the fact that I haven't actually mentioned Dobby in any of my stories, or since I probably never reached all the way to have Dobby there. But yeah, Dobby knows fire, or he does a bit of fire styles. He doesn't know that much, but he does know that he's done this before, and he's remembered a bit of his past. So yeah, Dobby's freaking, that's Dobby right there. He had the life of a villain due to his father. This endeavor freaking pushing him to his limits, and him hating freaking heroes, and him just wanting to change how heroes think. So yeah, I think I found it. I think that's the one I'm going with. And not only that, he has he's already have Sharingan, or he has Sharingan already. But he doesn't know that much, though. He just knows how to use Genjutsu. Sometimes he always feels this staticky feeling within him, which is basically electricity. Not only that, his other eye, he thinks that his other eye is probably sick due to it being a Sharingan, or him looking at it as it has those weird little black things around it, but it's gray or purplish. Yeah, I need to check that out soon. But anyway, right there, that's Dobby's that. That's literally Dobby's the Incarnation Indra. So now, sports festival thing, pretty much everything goes as well. How do I say it? It's still Izuku and freaking Izuku, Bakugo, and I think Todoroki. And then Sue, due to the fact that she's changed as well. Yeah, pretty much that. Let's see. The cavalry battle goes a lot differently. How do you say it? It's Deku, freaking Momo, Jiro, and also freaking, how do I say it? I kind of forgot who else was going to be there. But I think I'm going to put, what's his face? Or not what's his face, what's her face? Freaking. It's Deku, Jiro, Momo, and also, let's say Froppy. She got 4th place, so she didn't get actually a ribbon itself. But anyway. Or I think she did. But anyway. So, Deku was there. He picks that team. He wanted to pick Todoroki, but Todoroki said, nope. I want to at least see if I can at least beat you. And this is when he's like, okay, well, I hope you win. And Todoroki is like, he knows he's going to win. How dare he insult my intelligence? But this is when the cavalry battle commences. All of them going to freaking Deku. Deku's all like, okay, I should have known from the start. Well, probably I can do something around here, but what should I do? This is when he's like, alright, Shadow Clone Jutsu. Or Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu. And a lot of not Naruto's, Deku comes around and actually just fights them all. They fight all the freaking people, but they don't actually kill them. And I don't think they'll do like a freaking Super Rasengans and all that, just miniature ones. Due to the fact that he doesn't want to kill them. Due to the fact he doesn't want to kill them. But all of them do persist, and freaking Todoroki's like destroying a lot of them. He freezes up probably a couple of people as well. But this is when Deku's like, crap. All of them are still coming to me, so... Hey, Kurama. You want to help me, buddy? And this is when Kurama's like, alright. And this is when Deku just turns into freaking, that QB state. And you know what? Kirishima is going to be pumped up. And he sees and feels the freaking the tailed beast. This is when Son Goku talks to him and says, "Yeah, this kid is the holder of the 9 tails. Put your hands between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye." And this is when freaking Kirishima just goes into his unbreakable form, but it's much more red. Or him combining with the freaking, what's-his-face, with Son Goku, they become a much more weird fusion. Or not fusion, his chakra giving, him giving freaking Kirishima his chakra, freaking makes Kirishima's body much more buffer. And he just charges with with his cavalry team. Due to the fact that Bakugo's on, he's with Bakugo, and charging to freaking, what's-his-face, Deku. This is when Deku, turns into the 9 tails, or becomes the QB, does QB mode. And all of them are like, or not all of them, the freaking, Momo, and Momo, Jiro, and, Froppy are like, wow, what is this here? Deku's all like, well, this is my freaking... This is a weird kind of thing to explain, but... I can use his giant form, and then it can turn yellowish, or it's a much more weird version of it, so... Yeah, but... Froppy knows a little too much. She knows a bit more about this. How you say it? Him not wanting to explain everything to freaking, him not wanting to like reveal that's not actually his quirk. So he just freaking moves everybody And some of them do fail, like Monoma and the rest. But yeah, the remaining teams from Canon are just going to be on there. So everything happens. Let's say that it's Momo versus Tokoyami, and she's fighting them, but she's not actually giving up. Her still trying to hit freaking Dark Shadow, but in the very end, Dark Shadow still overpowers her, and she's out of bounds. So yeah, pretty much she feels sad due to the fact that she wants to impress Deku. Todoroki and Jiro just like pat her on the head, make her feel happy. You know, just they're there, Momo. Don't worry about it. You're still a winner in our hearts. Momo's like kind of crying. I'm a failure. A freaking failure. And this is when Deku versus, yeah, let's say this time it's Deku versus Kirishima. But Kirishima and him have a talk. Him saying that, he has the tailed beast. Due to the fact that he doesn't actually reveal all the time about his tailed beast thing. But Son Goku never actually talked to freaking Ejiro about the freaking tailed beast. So after explaining to freaking Kirishima the whole situation, yeah, pretty much he's kind of pumped that there's another like him. And at first, he did talk to freaking freaking Son Goku about, wait a minute, isn't Dark Shadow Tokoyami's tailed beast? Freaking Son Goku explaining a lot more into detail. And yeah, so pretty much they're going to fight, and the battle commences. Kirishima goes into his unbreakable form, but it's much more like, how do I say it? Much more stronger. And he tries to punch Deku, but Deku's in his freaking KCM1 mode, and he tries to kick freaking Kirishima, but Kirishima dodges it due to the fact that he's much more alert and he has primate instincts. So basically he's kicking and he's punching and doing flips and tricks. Freaking Chrome was like, oh yeah, they probably did a weird fusion together. That monkey always was like a handful. But Kirishima punches Deku, him flying, but in the very end using his clones to get him to make him push back, or pushes him like away from the freaking ground, and he's basically throwing a Rasengan at him. But this is when Kirishima does something different. He grabs some of the freaking energy, as he thinks, since chakra isn't his he doesn't know too much about chakra. Him just knowing chakra is energy, and that's what he's thinking. He's just grabbing a bunch of energy, grabbing some of the rubble off the floor that's been like broken, holding some of it, and then heating up his hands, or heating up something like that. And then him heating up the rock, turning it into a weird magma-like state. I'm not using science for this. I'm just using my imagination. And basically him throwing it at freaking Deku. Deku dodging it, and it explodes. This is when he says, oh yeah. He's a much more worthy foe than probably a lot of the other people around here. This is when freaking, how do I say it? This is when Deku just goes around freaking Ejiro. And this is when Ejiro kicks him in the face due to the fact that he sensed him immediately. What's called Deku's like, what would Naruto do? What would Hashirama do? What would his freaking what would Hagoromo's son do? or Asura do. And this is when he decides to use a technique that we all know and love. He does multi-shadow clone jutsu, and everybody's all like, oh crap, he's using that. What's called Class 1A and Class 2B are 1B or 2B. No, it's Class 1B. They're talking to freaking they're talking to like freaking each other, like saying, yeah, crap is about to hit the fan. Besides, you know, your usual characters, Monoma, Bakugo, you know, those jerks. But anyway, Deku is like, I really have to do this? Do I really? Hold on. I have an idea. And he decides to do the super harem jutsu, or I think it's the sexy harem jutsu. Super harem jutsu, and they all run to Kirishima. Kirishima not knowing what just happened right here, and him just basically like having nosebleeds. Son Goku is like, oh yeah. That's the reincarnation of Naruto. I know that jutsu all too well. Him was called, remember, once the tailed beasts were inside freaking Naruto, they had his memories, or at least their chakra, when he absorbed their chakra, or how do I say it? I don't really remember, but pretty much the tailed beasts would know if that was Naruto or something like that. But anyway. That's what happens. Kirishima gets kind of like freaking, well, like what any teenage boy would do. And this is when the two girls, like in the picture, they grab what's called a Rasengan, and they both just touch freaking Kirishima's stomach, and they just blow him away. Basically, him falling out of bounds, but him happy due to the fact that this happened. So, yeah. Let's see. There's a lot of sexy jutsus here, but I didn't want to do the one with the males. You probably would know. You would probably understand why. So anyway. Now, Deku, what's called, gets first place. Oh, or not first place. He beats Kirishima, and he goes freaking over there. The girls are looking at Deku like, what the heck? You have us. What kind of crap is that? Deku saying, yeah, but I could have used that I used it so I can win. They're all saying that doesn't matter. That feels kind of unfair, or how you say, how dare you do that while in front of us, and, you know, giving Deku kind of a hard time. But now it's freaking Bakugo with versus Tetsu. And since Tetsu is like Kirishima, he kind of loses anyway. Or to Bakugo. Now, it's freaking Todoroki versus, no, not Todoroki. Koyuka. Yeah, Koyuka Jiro versus Shinso. Yeah. Shinso just asking her a question, but her knowing all too well about the freaking mind control due to freaking Ojiro telling her. So she's like, she just keeps her mouth shut. But him knowing a little too much about freaking, how do I say it? What was it going to be called? I forgot. I really did forget what was going to be said. But he just said something along the lines. So, I heard about what's called that Deku kid.
And this is when Koyuka kind of stops, and she's wondering what does he mean by that. But this is when she still keeps her mouth shut, and she tries to blast him, but he just says, "So I heard that he had to protect you guys, and you guys basically just let him suffer. It kind of sucks for someone like him. But you guys were the cause in the very end." And this is when Koyuka just says, "Shut up." And Shiso says, or she says, "Shut up." But in the very end, she kind of gets sidetracked or mind controlled. Deku seeing this is like, wait a minute, is that Genjutsu? And Kurama says, "No, that's not Genjutsu. It's a different kind of form right there. It's a mind control thing." And Deku's like, "Oh wow, that kind of sucks." And he says, "Why don't you just punch yourself in the face and just walk away?" Her doing that, but not too hard. Not too hard. Or no. He just says, "Okay, walk all the way to the edge of the thing, and fall square on your face." Pretty much him just being a jerk to her. And yeah, it kind of sucked. Deku sees this, and her hitting the floor. Deku kind of gets mad, saying, "What the heck? He should have just told her to walk out the thing." And freaking Kurama says, "Sometimes people just act like that. You already know all too well." Deku's like, "Yeah, of course, but jeez, he didn't need to do that." And this is when Kuromo's like, "Well, if we fight him, it's going to be a little different, alright?" And yeah. Now, it's Deku versus Ida. Ida loses. And, how do I say it? It's Todoroki versus, how do I say it? Bakugo. Because I'm just changing a lot of stuff. Bakugo just attacking her and going, and trying to beat her. But Todoroki, using her fire side and her eyesight a lot more, overpowers freaking Bakugo. And also using the fire side, basically is countering with the flames of Bakugo. Todoroki's flames are countering with his, and the ice is basically good for offensive and defensive measures. In the very end, it was a very hard battle, but Todoroki ends up winning. Freaking how do I say it? Koyuka and Momo feel kind of jealous. Feel kind of sad because they're like, after Koyuka came into the freaking thing, or was right there. How you say it? Momo and Todoroki were just calming her down, like, there. I lost, and how do I say it? I kind of got over it. Her having like tears, like I was a failure. Koyuka kind of feeling bad about it, but Deku just says, "Don't worry, Koyuka. You did your best, and that's all we can pretty much say right there. Come on now." Koyuka kind of blushing and says, "Thank you, Deku." And this is when Deku's like, "Kurama, we know some genjutsus, right? Probably, yeah. I think we do." And this is when Kurama says, "Wait a minute, we do know genjutsus." But Deku says, yeah, but I want to know if we have a genjutsu." Kurama's like, "Oh, that." Deku's like, yeah. So, what happens is, Shinzo versus Deku. Freaking Shinzo wants Deku to talk. He does. And then he goes under his quirk. But this is when Deku uses his freaking shadow clone. to just freaking, or not his shadow clone. This is what he actually put Shinzo under a spell or a genjutsu. And instead of Kurama, all the tail beasts are around him. And they basically yell at Shinzo, or like roar at Shinzo. Shinzo, after that, falling down to the ground. Pretty much it. Now, Todoroki and freaking Deku. Todoroki versus him. It's basically Deku uses Kurama, uses Kurama. Kurama freaking uses how you say it, mini Rasengans or Rasengan Blast. When Todoroki used her ice, basically beating her. After all that stuff happened, freaking Deku just ran behind her, teleported to the ground with him up in the air, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Due to the fact that this is a long time, I just wanted to give you guys this much action and some fan service. So anyway, yeah, Deku's the winner, and this is when Dabi looks in the screen and sees freaking Deku, and he also sees that, and he's thinking, like, why do I remember this dude, or this dude feel, or that chakra thing, him just wondering who he was. This is when Hagoromo comes and talks to him, and that's where I'm gonna leave it off here, alright? So, like, comment, and do subscribe, like I always say. And yeah, bye.